Yo, 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 it's your boy, Pastor Ron, and welcome to Game Day Gospel. What's today? Knicks Tape Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm still recovering, so if you hear like hard breathing on the mic, pause, it's because one of my nostrils is still clogged, so bear with me. Hopefully I can finally, I've been sick since last year, literally, because I remember New Year's Eve I was in church and I was trying to like preach, whatever, and I had no voice. So I've literally been sick the entire 2024, fam. Whatever this COVID, RSVP, whatever type of malady this is, bro, it sucks and it's not going away. So pray for your boy, man. But outside of that, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, man. Today's the day to talk about the NBA. A lot going on in the NBA. This week has been dominated by the NFL with a lot of coaches, Bill Belichick, Saban, Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel, a lot of coaches being let go. But today is the day we talk about the NBA. Listen. All you guys who are tweeting and sharing memes and whatnot, talk about how good the Knicks are playing with OG Anunoby, blah, 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 how, he's like a plus 85 in the 5 games he's been, blah, 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 blah. Guys, listen. I need to calm down. He is, guys. We need to calm down. We need to relax. We need to understand that the Knicks are not any closer than they have been than when they had RJ Barrett. Speaking of RJ Barrett and them guys, did y'all read the Emmanuel Quickly player tribune, John? Like the goodbye to the Knicks? Nah, bro. Could not watch. Could not read it. I got to the first couple of lines and it messed me up, man. It messed me up because you don't want to see those guys. Listen, I don't want to see those guys gone, man. I don't want to see those guys. Man, it's bad, bro. It's a bad John. Yeah, the first like the opening, like little picture of him walking away out the garden with I think that's World Wide West behind him, man. It's tough. Man said, he said, listen, dear New York, I have to be honest. I don't really know what to say. I've been in New York for 3 years. How do you sum up what the time really means? With a fan base that's given you everything, that's made you the person and the player that you are. I don't think there's anything I could say to ever do that justice. But I just want to try to sit down and write something from the heart for you guys. So here it goes. Bro. Yo, that's crazy. Just to hear that. Like, he's like, I'm really leaving. I finally got on the phone with Raymond. He's like, sounds like it's about to go through now. Next thing I know, my phone is lighting up. I'm getting all these text calls. I had to put it on Do Not Disturb. Then I see the Woj bomb. I see the Shams tweet. I immediately called Johnny Bryan. He's somebody that was basically my brother while I was with the Knicks. Somebody that I talked to about anything, my relationship with God, church, my family, anything. I will go to Johnny. So I called him. He was like, what it takes, you're built for this. Obviously, it's a business, but you have a formula to be successful. Told me to lean on God and the work ethic that got me here. Bro, that's crazy, bro. He found out through Twitter pretty much that he has been traded. Like, dang. And it's just the fact that it meant so much to him. The reason why this trade, two reasons why this trade sucks, because obviously it kills our offense and it makes our team weaker. And secondly, these are 2 homegrown guys, man. Like, I just hate the fact that we cannot draft well. We cannot have our own players. Like, this is not a sustainable model where you sit here and you just don't draft well and you lean on a bunch of free agents. all the dynasties that we admire, all the teams that we're sitting here trying to emulate, the Bucks, the Celtics, the Warriors, they drafted well. You have a couple of anomalies where you could have a 1 year success like the Lakers have been when they had the win in the bubble. You have those examples where teams were able to win once, but in terms of building a dynasty, you have to draft well. You have to use some of your own players. Then you add free agents. Then you add the superstar. But you need to have one of your own players to help just understand the culture and allow it to go. So for us to sit here and trade IQ and trade RJ to Toronto, and they're actually doing well. They're actually doing well since the trade. They're actually doing well without in the past few games as well. But I think it just messes me up, man, to see that we cannot draft players. Look at my guy RJ. 37 points against the Warriors, 13 for 20 shots. When did he get 20 shots? 23 points against the Lakers in 35 minutes, right? He had 10 for 13 in shooting, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, right? If you go to the Knicks, he had one game against the Magic, 37 points. Thunder, 37 minutes. Thunder, 30 minutes. Bucks, 28 minutes. 14 shots, 17 shots. Here he's getting 20 shots, consistently getting the ball in his hand. That's the guy. Like, when we sat here and talked about how he's not a good player, we have to also understand the situation that he's in. It's not a team that's conducive for his skills. Do you realize in his 6 games with the Raptors, he's played 33 minutes a game, averaged 21.8 points a game, shooting 59%, including 54% from 3, also 7 rebounds and 4 assists a game? You realize that, right? Okay. Where he actually has a team where he has the ball in his hand. It's not 3 left-handed players. It's actually spaced out to see how good he's doing. But I digress. All you guys that want to sit here and say, and share these numbers about how this trade made the Knicks a better team, you guys are idiots, bro. Yes, listen, and it's not to say I'm rooting against them. It's not to say they're not balling. But I'm also saying, guys, I'm a true believer in the eye test. And that team does not scare anyone. So all this, the Knicks are a better team. They're a top 3 team in the East. With OG Anunoby is not a game changer, guys. Guys, let's calm down. He's a great defensive player. He's a great, glue guy that does not want the ball, but he's not that guy. We have too many glue guys. He's just like Hartenstein. He's just like DiVincenzo. He's just like Josh Hart has been glue guys. We need stars. And that's our issue. Because in the playoffs, know what wins? Stars. I'm sorry, not stars, superstars. Jalen Brunson is a star. Jalen Brunson, can we be honest? Jalen Brunson's not even an all-star yet. He's not. So we can't sit and call him a superstar. He's struggling to be in the top 10 in the all-star voting for a reason. He's struggling to be in the all-star in the all-star voting because for a reason. He's not a superstar, man. Guys, let's relax. And it's not knocking the other players, bro, but it's just saying that he's not a superstar. How is that a knock? Not everybody. There's a reason why there's superstars, and these superstars are up here and at a certain level. There's a reason because they are the upper echelon of players. Like if you look at the Eastern Conference, right? The second fan returns came out, I think today, right, or yesterday. So let's look what we have. Let's go to the East guards, right? We have Tyrese Halliburton, better than Jalen Brunson. Trae Young, better than Jalen Brunson. Dame, better than Jalen Brunson. Donovan Mitchell, better than Jalen Brunson. Tyrese Maxey. I want to say levels. I think that they're levels. He's 5th in the voting, and Jalen Brunson's number 6. The rest of the guards are Derek White, LaMelo Ball, Drew Holiday, DeMar DeRozan. Bro, I I hate to break it to you, bro. We can't even talk about the West when you have the top 5 is the top 6 is Luka, Steph, Shea, James Harden, Kyrie, Anthony Edwards. Bro, we even talk about Devin Booker, who's number 9 in voting, and De'Aaron Fox was number 8. John Moran's number 7, but John Moran's out. So what do we? There's if Jalen Brunson was in the West, he's probably the 10th best guard. He's the 10th best guard in the West. And I'm pretty sure I could find some. I mean, and it's not to knock the guy, man. I appreciate what he's doing, but guys, we cannot be fanatics. See, one of the things I try to be, good or bad, is be objective. Watch, see what's out there, and say, you know what? Here's what's going on. I'm not seeing everything through Knicks pom-poms and Knicks colored glasses. I realize that we need a superstar. We need a Chet. We need a see. What I would do with the Knicks is that we have to realize that there are not going to be any superstars available, right? There's not going to be any guys that are going to be franchise players available. Kawhi is Kawhi has been signed to an extension. So I don't think that there is going to be any guy that we could sit here and say, yo, if we get this guy, if the Knicks get this guy is going to make us a brand new player. So here are some of the players. I'm trying to think over the top of my head. Here's some of the players who are going to be available in the February 8th trade deadline, right? These are the players that are going to be available. I'm not going to give every single player, and it'll probably be a couple of shockers. But here are the names that we hear available here in here for the trade deadline, right? We have Pascal Siakam, DeJounte Murray, Zach LaVine, Andre Wiggins, D'Angelo Russell. We have the maybe Tobias Harris, but he's an expiring contract, so I think he may be thrown into a trade. I read somewhere that the entire Warriors team is available except for Steph. I'm trying to think. Kyle Kuzma, but it's gonna be for a King's ransom. Maybe Donovan Mitchell, depending on how the Cavs move. I'm trying to think. So that's pretty much the gist of it. So if we're the Knicks, if we're the New York Knicks, what should we do? I think, and I was on this player when he got traded the first time. The Knicks need to get DeJounte Murray, especially if we're gonna have a backcourt, a point guard, a 6'1" point guard of Jalen Brunson. If we're gonna have a small point guard, we need DeJounte Murray to play the 2. I would trade. I think the Fournier contract is something we have to move that contract. We cannot. Listen to me, Leon Rose. Listen to me, James Dolan. We cannot allow him to just sit out the last 3 years of his contract. We have to get something back for it. And so therefore we have to find a way to use that contract in a trade. Because we can't sit here and allow him to just basically rot away on the bench, collect his $18 million for this year, and then walk away next year. That's stupid. So while he has an expiring contract, which is attractive, we have to trade this guy. So I would trade Fournier. I would trade Quentin Grimes for DeJounte Murray. And I will also try, and I will do that. So we'll have, so our 5 would be Brunson, Murray, Anunoby, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson. And then, because it makes no sense for us to get a rental player, because rental players are we're not a championship team. We're not a player away. And then what if we don't get Murray's a free agent, guys. In 2024. This is last year. All right, so we're not getting DeJounte Murray. Forget that. Forget that, guys. Scratch that whole idea of getting DeJounte Murray. You know why? Know who his agent is? Rich Paul. And it's a well-known thing that Rich Paul does not mess with the Knicks. So we on to something again. Back to square one. I didn't realize his agent was Rick Paul. And Rich Paul does not. Clutch Sports does not mess with the Knicks. So let's scratch this entire trade. So it goes back to our next target, Zach LaVine. Zachary LaVine. He is a superstar. He is box office. Like, we need somebody that makes us want to watch, makes us want to watch the games. Like, we need somebody that makes us want to sit here and be like, yo, this guy may drop 50 this game. We need that kind of play. That's kind of what Gil Arenas was saying the other day. So let's look at Zach LaVine. It's not that bad, bro. So Zach LaVine this year is making $40 million. $40 million this year. He's 28. Next year he's making $43 million at 29 years old. The following year we're on the hook for $46 million at his 30-year-old year, and then in 26-27 he has a player option for $49 million. Yeah, I'm trading for him, bro. Frick that, bro. Guys. Okay, if not him, then who? Who else is going to be? Who else with his skill set, with his ability, him being box office, being a decent sized guard that's able to. Oh, frick. He's also Rich Paul. Never mind. Frickin' A. Never mind. Here, let's start all over again. Fudge, bro. Fudge. Yeah, man. We're done. Damn, I didn't realize Rich Paul was his agent as well. Nah, yo, somebody got to talk about Rich Paul. Rich Paul he's a dang on monopoly, bro. Nah, man, this is not right. Dag nabbit. And all the bad things that he does, he still averages, 21 points a game? Last year, he averaged 25 points a game. The year before that, 24. The year before that, 28, 20. Like, guys, I get the hate, but he's nice, bro. But means nothing because Rich Paul does not mess with the Knicks. So we're at this point now where we're going to suck. We're going to be trash for all this time. We're going to be bad. We're not going to, unless homeboy apologizes, he's not going to apologize. I don't see again, it's talk, you know how the NBA works, blah, blah, blah. But end of the day, we ain't looking good, guys. We ain't looking good at all. Unless a player, I tell you, the guy we gotta look at is Jason Tatum. Tatum has a contract this year making 32.6. Next year is making 34. This year 32.6. Next year making 34. And after that, a player option, bro. That's our only hope. That is our only hope. Because if not, then we're screwed. So all these people who are sitting here talking about the Knicks, guys, we're not a better team than when we had RJ Barrett. I don't care. Like we have to stop throwing stats because numbers lie. I'm not saying numbers lie. We can just use numbers to justify anything that we want to think. We could use numbers to justify whatever we feel and make anything valid. But at the end of the day, the numbers are positive, but it's not giving the entire message. The numbers are, plus 85, great, blah, 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 5-0, great, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're not a better team. If you watch the team, we're not a better team. What Hartenstein is doing is not sustainable. We'll make the playoffs. That's not been an issue, but are we going to progress? Are we going to advance in the playoffs? Are we going to be a threat to get past the second round, get to the Eastern Conference Finals? No, we're not that type of team because we have no go-to clutch player, bro. And Jalen Brunson is too small for him to be that guy. And now the fact that the two best guards that are available, DeJounte Murray and Zach LaVine, they're managed by Rich Paul. That means we're gonna be trash forever. Until the Knicks and Rich Paul kiss and make up, we're gonna be trash forever, guys. I think the issue with Rich Paul, I think if I look back, I think it's an issue they had with I think with Nerlens Noel. That's why they're beefing. They had an issue where I guess they were complaining or something with Nerlens Noel's contract when he was with the Knicks and also with the Sixers. And the reason why they're beefing, I think, is something to do. I forgot why the feud occurs, man. And the thing about it is that what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? But I think it's something with Nerlens Noel's contract because he had an issue back in the day where he didn't get paid or someone reneged. I forgot. Let me take a look it up. No contract. I think I forgot what it is. I don't know. There's something with Nerlens Noel. Something happened, nonetheless. But that caused a rift between the Knicks and Rich Paul. And since that's what's going on, then we're in trouble, bro. We're in trouble because Rich Paul owns all the great players. And I did say own. That wasn't a slip. He owns all these great players in the NBA. So we're in trouble. De'Aaron Fox, you know what I mean? Tyrese Maxey, all these guys are part of the Rich Paul client list. Is there anybody we've had before? Nah. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble because Rich Paul has a monopoly. So that goes to my plan C. Plan C is we just stockpile a lot of stars or potential stars and see how they go. So we should raid the Warriors, get Moses Moody, get Jonathan Kuminga. I would not touch Andrew Wiggins with a 10-foot pole. I'm never an Andrew Wiggins fan. He is too inconsistent for me. And he makes too much money for a guy who's not consistent. He's never fulfilled the role of being a top pick, never a franchise guy, never a star. And I think him playing in New York, he'll just get eaten up. So I'm sitting here. I wouldn't touch Andrew Wiggins. I wouldn't touch Klay Thompson, but I would definitely try to get Kuminga and Moody. I put a flyer on them. I would trade again that same expiring contract if we can. But I think the Warriors. The thing with the Warriors want to have a team that's competent now. Will I trade Randall for them? No, because I put him around Randall. But I'll try to find a package in which they could satisfy what they need now. Maybe a three-way trade where they're able to pick up Zach LaVine or someone along those lines through the picks and players that we have. Maybe dangle Fournier as part of that package, and that they could flip him to Chicago or someone like that. Because I read that the Warriors are a dark horse for Zach LaVine. I just don't think Zach LaVine. See, the Warriors need a high IQ player, a person that's a little bit not too old, because they have enough old guys on their team. But their issue is the way that their culture is, the way that their system is. It's not conducive for young players. It's not conducive for the modern player in the NBA. That's just ISO, that don't know how to play the game. Like these guys, Kuminga, Moody, they're good college players, but it takes about 5-6 years and putting them in the right system for them to and having a level of maturity emotionally and in their game for them to be able to excel in a situation where, listen, you're going into the Warriors team and the leader of that team is clear cut. That's Steph Curry. And you may not get shots every day. You have to play within a system. You have to make the right pass. You have to play defense. You have to run. And I think these are the things that are kind of challenging for these young players. As much as they try to integrate young players into their team, Wiseman, guys like that, it's not going to work because of a culture. That's why Jordan Poole got punched in the face. Because that culture of, listen, I'm the man. I just dropped 30. I got 1 million Instagram followers. I was the man in college. You can't tell me nothing. Steph, I'm not passing to you. Who are you, Draymond, to be barking on me in practice? These young guys can't deal with that. They can't deal with a coach yelling at them. They can't. So just imagine if a fellow player was sitting here trying to check them. And that's the issue with the modern NBA. No one can talk to them. No one. So I think they have to find the right player who is at a place where he is able to, you're a little bit older and mature, understand how the game is, but yet they're still able to contribute. What would be a good candidate to go to the Warriors? Paul George. If next year I know Paul George is a free agent, and I don't expect him to leave LA. It's possible because they did extend Kawhi, but not Paul George. But I think ultimately he's gonna want to stay in LA, stay close to home, and bring a title to the Clippers. But that's the kind of player they need, because right now they're wasting some of the prime years of Steph Curry's career. This type of thing with all these guys who are around him, a bunch of no-name guys that just don't have a lot of talent. Klay Thompson is inconsistent. Draymond Green is just not there and into the shenanigans. It's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna cause them to succeed. So they really need to be able to find someone along those lines. Someone, maybe Julius Randle. And the reason why I say in terms of maturity, yes, but in terms of his problem that he has a very low basketball IQ. So a system like that will probably eat him alive. A system where he has to sit here and think. A system where he has to sit here and try to figure things out and actually, play within a system where he just can't put his head down all day and just bully to the basket and be Zach Randolph. A system where he has to play within a system and he's not the man, he's going to struggle in. I'll tell you, someone said this week, a guy off I forgot the guy's name, off the Wizards. He's like, yo, guarding Julius Randle's not that tough, because all you got to do is sit there, he puts his head down and tries to bully himself to the basket. That type of low, and that's my issue with Julius Randle, because when you find a guy who's able to guard you, when you're not getting these calls, when they're calling fewer calls in the NBA playoffs, he struggles. With all this little flopping and flailing all across, flailing his arms in the air all across the freaking court doesn't work, he gets texts, it gets into his mind that he stops making his shots, etc., etc. Once he gets to that part, he cannot evolve. And this is why I call him trash. I don't care what the points say. You could bully yourself to 40 points against the Pistons. That means nothing. But then in the crunch time, when the crunch time when folks need a basket, can you produce a shot? Can you make the right play, make the right pass? So even a Julius Randle is a tough guy. So it's honestly, I feel bad for Steph, because Steph's in a time where, you know what, he's playing some great basketball. The last 5 games or so, he's averaging like 14 points a game. But overall, he's having a great year. But he could do but so much. He has no help. And I wouldn't be surprised if this right here, Steve Kerr's last year. So now they have to go through a whole new coach, a whole new system, and find a way to succeed. They may have to just kind of dummy down the offense. You know what I mean? It gets players paid. It makes players look good. If you play, that's how my guy Jordan Poole got all this money. We all knew Jordan Poole was trash. Everybody knew he was trash, but yet he was able to get paid. He was able to sit here and do this and do that because of the fact that he was able to play within the system and look good, and like, oh man, this guy, they probably thought he's gonna be the replacement to Steph. Similar skill set, and he's been in the system. Now he acts stupid and it was gone. So, again, I think, the Knicks are in a tough spot. Right now, Boston, as much as I don't trust them, like the cheat code, because they have 2 wings that could score, but they're still, again, low IQ players. And also, the one thing that we have, team that we can't forget to talk about is the Sixers, bro. The Sixers, bro. Sixers are playing well, and y'all can send y'all apologies to me via TikTok, or send your apologies to me via Twitter. Joel Embiid is the best player in the game, guys. He's the best player in the game. Can we cut the crap? Can we cut the crap about anybody else, bro? Guys, cut it out. The best player in the game is Joel Embiid. Period, bro. Again, let's cut this, well, what's this guy's name? Jokic just had 45 triple-doubles in a row. Shut up, bro. No one cares. If you watch the player and you watch how things go on, that you see that Joel Embiid is the only guy that you can drop into any system, and he's going to do well. He's going to do well. So Joel Embiid is the best player in the game, man. Tyrese Maxey is also playing well. So big ups to him. But end of the day, the guy's playing at a crazy pace. Even though my Knicks defeated him this past Friday, but he's still the best player in the game. So right now, Knicks fans, I wanted to provide some hope and some direction in what we can do. There's not much we can do. There's not much we can do right now. There's not much that's going to be available because A, there's very few players who are available, and B, we're beefing with the most powerful man in the NBA. So because of the beef, we can't pursue DeJounte Murray. We can't pursue a Zach LaVine because the agent won't allow their player to come to New York. So what the heck are we going to do, guys? So I don't know. It in my mind, I had some hope. I had some but just thinking about this and this beef, and knowing how stubborn we are, it makes me realize that we're not going to have any type of We're not going to have any type of resolution to this because our leadership is not going to back down to anyone. So we're going to sit here and we're going to suck for a long time. Pause. We're going to sit here and not be good for a long time. So what can we do? We got to accept it, appreciate it, and just continue to be frustrated. That's just the Knicks way. Continue to be upset, continue to be mad, continue to just to accept things for how they are. And let's hope for the best. Let's hope for progress. Yep. So right now we're man, it's kind of messed me up, man. It kind of just depressed me. We're fifth in the East. About to pass the Pacers. Halliburton's hurt for about a week, so we're gonna pass them. We're about to be a game and a half behind the Sixers, and for us taking it away. The Bucks are struggling. Like I mentioned last week in the podcast, the Bucks are struggling. They're not doing well at all, and it's expected. It's tricky because what I see going on is that they're going through growing pains. They're going through what they're going through, but yet they don't have the coach who's inexperienced. Dame is new to the team, so a lot of this stuff they're not used to going through. So us as Knicks fans, our hope and what we got to look on right now is some kind of, for them to crumble and for things to start over and for Giannis to pray for a trade. Right now, our goal is for Giannis to ask for a trade. Is for MB is not going to ask for a trade because not only do the Sixers have about $47 million in cap space next year, I believe that may not include Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is an expiring contract. So our pursuit right now needs to be LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball. Bad team, may want to start over. He does not have to be the best guy on the team. A backcourt of LaMelo and Jalen Brunson will work. And the most important thing, it will get Tom Thibodeau fired because he can't play with him. So we need someone. We need a bona fide star. LaMelo Ball. And honestly, if in a different circumstance, do you know who is the best fit for New York right now, but does not fit the Knicks? Trae Young. Trae Young. We need that type of star power where we could say, yo, Trae, put us on your back to win this game. LaMelo, do your thing. Triple-double, allow us to win this game. I don't want no Mikal Bridges. I really don't want Donovan Mitchell. And the reason why I don't want Donovan Mitchell is because a backcourt of two guys who are 6'1" is not going to succeed in the NBA. I'm sorry. We will get pummeled and punished. If you say, hey, trade Jalen Brunson for Donovan Mitchell, what do you think, Knicks fans? Would you trade Jalen? Say the contracts were similar. I said last week, Jalen Brunson is the best value in the NBA. Trade Jalen Brunson for Donovan Mitchell. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Jalen Brunson. I think Donovan Mitchell has a higher ceiling than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is at his ceiling. I think Donovan Mitchell could do a lot more, especially if he comes back home to New York. I figure he could drop 50 at any time. I don't think Jalen Brunson can do that. Jalen Brunson is a solid 22 points a game guy. That's just, he may drop 30. I think he dropped 50, I believe, against the Suns. So he's a solid player, bro. Solid player. And it's similar to the whole issue with how you call it with what's that guy's name? My God, R.J. Barrett and them. It's the fact that they are ours. They are our players. So it kind of makes you want to like keep them around, and you appreciate that, but it's just knowing that you have someone that you could sit there and at any given time drop 70. Like, to have that, it means a lot. And I think that, yo, do you guys remember the bubble when Donovan Mitchell was going against, I think it was a Jazz versus the Mavericks, right? When they went back and forth in the bubble. Let me see, Donovan Mitchell bubble. Who did he play? He had a tremendous series in the 2020 bubble. Who did he play? He averaged in the playoffs. He averaged 36 points. Denver. That's what it was. It was against Denver. It was against Denver. He had a series and a half. First game he dropped 57. Next game 30. Next game 20. After that was 51, 30, and 44. Bro, he averaged 36, 5, and 5. Jalen Brunson don't got that in him, bro. I don't know, man. Oh, man, I don't know. It sounds like I'm just being just difficult, bro, but I just, hey, John. I don't know. Yo, Knicks fans, please hit me up. What do you guys think? Would you trade Jalen Brunson for Donovan Mitchell? Like, all emotions aside, all feelings aside, because I like Jalen Brunson. I actually my wife purchased for me a Jalen Brunson jersey. And that's the first Knick that I could sit here and wear a jersey of, and he makes me proud. Like, he's a homegrown, but he's 6'1", bro. He's 6'1". I don't know, bro. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I will trade Donovan Mitchell for him. I don't think Brunson has that dog, has that killer, that assassin in him. The game that Mitchell has. That bubble version of him, I don't think Brunson can produce that. I'm sorry. I don't think he has it in him. Look, if we're honest, he transformed Cleveland. What he did in Cleveland last year, no one expected. So we kind of have to respect what he's doing, but man, I don't know, bro. The only reason why I don't want Donovan Mitchell, as much as Stephen A. cries for him every single episode he can, the only reason why I don't want Donovan Mitchell is because Donovan Mitchell is too small. He's too small. He's 6'2". He's 6'2", bro. This year averaging 27, 5, and 6, and 6 assists. Yo, that's crazy, bro. But I don't think we could do a Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson backcourt. But yeah, I'll trade. Yeah, between me and you, I would trade Jalen Brunson for Donovan Mitchell. I'll trade Jalen Brunson for Donovan Mitchell. I'll bring in DeJounte Murray. I'll just offer Rich Paul, and I give Rich Paul an offer he can't refuse. So I'll take Zach LaVine or DeJounte Murray. I ain't re-signing. You trying to get like $25 million a year. He's not a 25M player. Sorry, not doing it. Trade Mitchell Robinson. Get some kind of backup centers to take his spot to get rebounds. Yo, let's get Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims and Robinson the same guy. It's just that Tibbs being a donkey don't know how to coach young players. Yeah, get rid of Mitchell Robinson. He heard too much. Because you see Mitchell is that superstar. Mitchell's that guy that we come to the Garden and see because he could drop 55 on any given night. And I'm afraid if we don't get Donovan Mitchell, the Heat will get him. The Heat will get him. So let's bring him back home, bro. Bring him back home. Frick that. Jalen, JB, peace, my guy. Let's bring Donovan Mitchell back home to the Knicks, man. I want to see him in a Knicks jersey. Tell me what you guys think, man. Today was heavy Knicks, a little bit of Warriors, but today was just kind of like therapeutic and trying to figure out how to improve this team. And we finally came at it. We have to kidnap Rich Paul and give him an offer he cannot refuse. So we get one of those two guards. And secondly, we have to go get Donovan Mitchell, even if it requires us to trade Jalen Brunson. Like it sounds crazy to say, but we can't realistically think we could have a backcourt of Brunson and Mitchell. It's too small. Unless we trade, it's still too small. We would have to wait to trade Randall to help out. I don't know, to help guard the wings, man. I don't know what's going on, but this ain't good enough. Ain't good enough. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry. But tell me what you guys think. How can we fix the Knicks, man? What is the next move? What is the next step? What can we do realistically? I don't want to hear sign Steph and sign LeBron. That's not realistic. But what can we do as Knicks fans? Do y'all guys want Donovan Mitchell? Would you trade Mitchell for Jalen Brunson? What do you guys think, man? Tell what you guys think. I want to hear some feedback and some ideas. But I thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your time and your attention. God bless you guys, man. Let's go Knicks. KnicksTape. Peace.